About to go play in the open section. Super, very crowded. Parent just got out, so let's see how it goes. Oh shit. Holy fuck. It's 2.5 hours later. I'm at top up here. Got the score sheet. It's my best win ever. I just beat a 2,000 over the board pretty much. Holy fuck, that was crazy because I was losing, I was worse, and then I was better, and then I had a brilliant rook sack, and he missed a rook sack, and then we got into an end game, and then he sacked, but it was a bad, holy fuck, yeah, oh geez, yeah, let's just get right into the recap.
Hey everyone, so by the way, as of recording this, I've just concluded the tournament, just got home, so all 5 rounds are done, and I'm not going to spoil any of them, or I'm going to try my best not to. So yeah, over the next, 5 days, expect a recap. So this one should be coming out Sunday night. So yeah, all right, let's get into the game. So this was the highest rated person I had, faced at this point. So I didn't know what to expect, and all I knew about him was that he's really good in openings, but he could make mistakes. So obviously C4, G6, and we went for this sort of semi-closed structure with this move H5. So H5, very normal move, looks kind of absurd, but in the English, now he's likely going to castle queen size, you'll see in the game. And really, I've prepared H3, but H4 is a line, it's just, I dislike H4, because it just feels like you invite in too many weak squares, especially because you have already castled, and black is likely going to castle this way, and then he with F5. So I usually tend to go with this move H3, point being that, if H4, we just go G4, and then, then we can maybe get some breaking going, although probably we'll just try and get something rolling on the queen side. So he went bishop B6, attacking my pawn, D3, defending it, and yeah, as I talked about, going here. Here I played this move pretty quick, but I realized that I had something better, so I blitzed out king H2, which defends this pawn, but in hindsight, that kind of just allows sacrificing shit. So what would be more accurate and what I did miss? Well, at least I looked at it, but I didn't really explore much. Is this point being that obviously after takes, we have a fork, and this position is dynamically balanced, or it's very chaotic and could be anyone's game. But king H2, and he plays move F5. So F5, this is a declaration of war. This is like, yeah, you're dying pretty quickly. So, I spent about 10 minutes here, okay? And there's a lot of things I was thinking, okay? I was thinking about bishop G5 to block the pawns. I was thinking about a pawn sacrifice with B4, knight here and I go here. But mainly, I was really eyeing up this move, pawn to F4. Okay, and now the thing about pawn to F4 is that what I saw was that no matter which way they took, I did a lot of calculating. Takes. I'm good. Knight here, I should be good after all of this. Like I went deep, and I was like, okay, I'm preparing. Likely he castles queen side, and then I'm gonna probably go here or here, and I'm just gonna start breaking things open, and I'm gonna try and just get my light squared bishop out as quick as possible. And I just thought, yeah, I'm gonna create chaos, but what I failed to think was H4. And he played this move, and I'm like, shit. That's really obvious, and I really shouldn't have missed that. I mean, point being, pushing just loses instantly. I hope you can see why. And taking, I mean, I'll say it on choice. This isn't just really, it's a good move, and it's one that I definitely should have seen. So I took this mistake of the game as okay, I'm a bit out of form. So I just need to get back. But he took, and then I play this move Queen E1, and instead of sacrificing here, which I thought was going to be very interesting, because after bishop takes, I didn't calculate all of this. I thought that it looked really scary, but something about it, he didn't see enough compensation, so he didn't see the position the same way I did after Queen E1, so he went with this move Knight F5, and I think this is the point in the game where I started gaining some more confidence, where I'm like, okay, I mean, he didn't just sack the rook. So that means that he doesn't have full confidence in the attack. And if he doesn't, well, guess who does have full confidence? The guy who might be able to get someone rolling. However, I took here instantly because I would like to open up. And bishop takes with check. I block with the bishop. Point being that after, let's say, this sequence of moves, and if the rook were to take, we simply win the queen. So there's some intricacies, and I kind of mixed in the b4 idea, because now if he takes here, we get a pawn with tempo and the file. So very, very fun move. Clearly the best move. Long castles. And I took here, and then here I spent about 20 minutes of my time. Okay. And I'm thinking for a long time, and I'm like, okay. Instantly, I see this move. I see a sacrifice on f5. So point being that if he takes, I take the rook. So this is the only thing defending the rook. It's a common tactic. You're just removing the defender, more or less. So, but there were a lot of things I'm calculating. I'm thinking, okay, after rook takes f5, rook takes e4, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. I thought my king is still really open, and maybe I have this and this, and we have a game. And so I was thinking, okay, that's pretty reasonable. But can I go here first? Can I go knight f6 and try and just save a knight? So now I can go here and here, and I'm like, okay, well, if he attacks it, then takes. Let's say takes with the pawn, and queen takes. Suddenly I just lose material. And the computer says this, which I just mean. I don't see how that's any different. Oh, maybe because the bishop becomes too strong. I digress. Bishop takes. And then queen takes. And then rook f8. And he gets the piece back. And besides, that just seemed kind of ridiculous. So I was just like, okay, let's go with what I know. And sack the rook. And then he took back the pawn. And I was like, that's weird. I was thinking for a while, and I'm like, okay, that's definitely not what I expected. So I took the rook, and he took here. I took the queen, and he blocked the checkmate threat. And I was like, okay, but like we reached this position, and I'm just like, I gotta be better, because suddenly he has no attack, and I'm just up a pawn. And I'm just like, okay, well, let's just like try and slow down. We've reached an endgame. We're pretty much equal on time. We both like 20 minutes left, and let's just make something happen. So knight c5, I need to get away this really important attacker, and my knight was kind of doing nothing, so it's just a really natural move. And I was calculating bishop g8 for a while, maybe with ideas to go back here, which then I was going to meet with knight f3 and just try and trade off knights, so that, if he does this, then I guess, take here. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking a bunch, but he went here, and I was like, oh, so he's just going to give me the bishop. Okay. Takes. And I really wanted to make d4 work here. So I really wanted to make this work, but just after knight g4, like, I don't really see what I have. Like, I guess it trades stuff off, but I'd rather try and win and pressure him. I wasn't super focused on trading because I wasn't confident I could win only up one pawn. And then he sacrificed a knight. Like when your opponent like psychologically just sacrifices a piece, it's hard. And I mean, point being, obviously, if queen takes, I just lose the rook. But I was like, all right, challenge accepted. Bishop takes. You don't get to see the analysis. I didn't see the analysis in the game. Queen takes here. Now the question is, does white survive the attack? With enough time taken to answer. Let's see. Queen h2, king f1. He's thinking, well, he's down to only a couple minutes. He goes here, looking to cut my king off. So now this is a pretty big threat. So I play this really logical move, rook e2, just looking to swing my rook over. Just playing very excellent endgame. I put my rook in the 7th rank. He threatens some back rank shenanigans. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna offer queen trade. I 100% want a queen trade. I'm up a piece here. So he goes here, and I say queen trade. He goes here, and now I threaten mate, and he resigns. And yeah, I was equally as surprised at winning as I was at me not losing, if that makes sense, because I was expecting to lose since the opening when stuff got really crazy, but managed to simplify, managed to outcalculate, and just beat a pretty much 2,000 elo player. Pretty handily too. So yeah, no, I'm quite proud of that game. And this definitely was a good confidence boost going into round two. Although in round two, warning, I will have to face someone way stronger. So see you tomorrow for that.